Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Breakfast with Spaghetti, or Spaghetti for Breakfast, however you want to say it. Now, this is Deep Thoughts with Korben and Hagen. It's just going to be a pretty chill 30 minutes. We're going to be talking about our deepest thoughts. Now, I'd like to raise a question. Korben, as you know, Saturn is going to lose its rings in about 150 million years. What are your thoughts on that? What do you think will happen?
I think that I'll be filled with such sadness. Also, did you know that Earth will eventually stop spinning?
It'll stop spinning? What?
Yes.
Really?
Because you know how the Mars-sized object called Theia hit the Earth, right? And sent it spinning really, really fast?
Yeah.
The days were 5 hours long, right? And now they're only 24 hours long.
Oh.
Explain to me how the Earth will eventually stop spinning, okay? Keep that in mind, Hagen.
Yeah, I was starting to think, like, there's no resistance in space, but the gravity of the sun is stopping it.
Yeah, and the pull of the moon.
Yeah. So there is resistance in space. You'll always find it somewhere.
What are you doing right now?
We're doing a video, Alex. Deep thoughts.
Okay.
Alright, Korben, I have another question. So, when we do discover aliens, how do you think they would communicate with each other?
Morse code.
Morse code?
In 1940...
Like tapping and stuff?
Yes, in 1940, we sent out a transmission to space. This transmission was, it contained how to translate Morse code and how to learn Morse code. Which, in turn, meant that in 1950, we received a transmission that said, "Help, our planet is dying."
That's insane.
So explain to me how space isn't freaking amazing.
It'd be really funny if, like, some nature conservationist sent that, bouncing it off of a satellite or something, like, "Help, our planet is dying."
Yeah.
You know what I think would be funny? If we hacked into, like, some NASA space probe in a Morse code message, just like butts or something.
Nice.
Yeah. Alright, next question. Let's say the comet totally missed Earth. Dinosaurs are still alive today. How do you think life would be turning out now?
I think we would become cave dwellers, or we would create a society underground.
That'd be pretty awesome. What do you think society underground would be like?
Or we would create a society able to control those dinosaurs and use them to our advantage.
I was thinking there would be, like, different clans and stuff.
I think it would just be like this, but underground.
That would be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But we'd be really pale.
We would, but we have tanning beds, so...
Oh,
also,
absolutely.
We have machines that can produce vitamin D for us.
Gotta keep people like Simon Cowell
We
pretty
are
tan.
fine, okay?
Alrighty. Now, next deep question. Korben,
Yeah?
how do you think the human race will end?
That is a very good question.
Global warming, some apocalyptic event, or the sun exploding? Will we last that long?
I think we will last to the sun exploding because we have a lot of scientists working on how to stop global warming. Apocalypse, and I'm not thinking zombie apocalypse because that's literally impossible. And, yeah.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be cool, zombie apocalypse, though? Do you think you would
You know what's
survive?
a deep thought, Hagen? Okay,
Yeah, what's up?
Okay. So, how come our eyes can't see, like, very detailed images at far distances?
I have no idea.
Like,
maybe the light doesn't,
is it the haze? Like, is it something in the atmosphere that is slightly blocking it a little bit? Because, obviously, in China, there's pollution that completely blocks everybody's vision. So, I mean, there's got to be some kind of pollution in America's atmosphere that's just polluting it a little bit so we can't see the extra far distance.
So does that mean you think like people in the Dust Bowl or something like that, like really dusty air, they would need glasses more?
I don't know.
See, my personal thought,
I think like when the cavemen were alive, you know,
Yeah.
or the Homo sapiens. I mean, no, Homo erectus. Okay.
Homo erectus.
When they were alive,
Yeah.
I think they could have seen farther distances than modern humans could have seen.
I personally think that it does have something to do with pollution. You can see stuff because light is bouncing off of the object. I think the light diminishes because of particles in the air.
Yes.
And we all perceive it differently. Some is not able to perceive light as well as others. It's a thought. Okay. What do you think will happen when the volcano in Yellowstone National Park explodes? What time do you think it'll happen, and what do you think will happen in the world?
Alright, so what time it'll happen? Anytime now, okay? It is scheduled to erupt anytime.
Overdue for years.
Yes. Also, what will happen, the ashes from Yellowstone National Park will be able to reach West Virginia and parts of Florida, okay? There will be at least a 10-foot cover of ash, 10 miles radius of the volcano, and people will die.
Most definitely. Do you think it'll go into like sort of a apocalyptic sort of phase with the Earth?
It will not be apocalyptic. It will be just catastrophic.
Do you think it'll bring us together closer as a country over this loss?
Yes. It's like 9/11. Because right now...
Except it wasn't caused by anyone.
Yeah, it's just natural. But
just the Earth trying to kill us.
Yep.
Alright. Next big thought. Ready? Superpowers. What superpower would you have if you were a superhero?
It's a good question, Hagen. I would have to go with the ability to capture everybody's superpower. Like, if I were to touch the person, I could have their superpower. And any that comes with it. But, you know, the natural superheroes like Batman would, they're just so good. Like, my god. Actual units.
Let's be honest, though, Batman, like, no one has any defense against him. Just too awesome. Let's break it down. What superpowers does Batman actually have? His parents were rich, and he has Alfred.
Yes.
That's all you need right there. Alright, Korben, next deep thought. What would you do with $1 billion? Not those kindergarten $1 million and you get a zoo or something. No, $1 billion.
Okay, so for $1 billion, first, I would invest in the stock market so I get some of that money back.
Absolutely.
I would invest in companies that are on the rise, like Tesla and SpaceX, because those are very profitable companies. I would invest in that.
Yeah.
Then I would start designing my own hover car. Okay. Then I would buy a condo, because I don't need that big of a house if I'm just starting up, and I would get tons of money in. Okay. I'd buy a condo. Then, after that, I would buy a Mini Cooper, because Mini Coopers are the best car, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Then I'll move to California with my condo, okay? The condo would be in California, obviously, because that's where Silicon Valley is.
Alright.
I'll become very good friends.
Silicon Valley, you're referring to the computer stuff.
Yes. I would become very good friends with Elon Musk. He would give me the the CFO position. Okay, that stands for Chief Financial Officer. Did you know the CEO stands for Chief Executive Officer? There's a lesson in there.
Really?
You know what that lesson is?
What is that?
There's 3 titles you can have just to say one lead.
CEO, CFO.
CSO.
What's the CSO?
Chief
Superstar.
Soggy. Yes, Chief Super Officer.
Just RoboCop is the CSO.
Anyway, then I'll invest in then I would start making a robot super suit for the army, so that we would be one step above everybody else.
Mega suit.
Yes, I will call it Mini Cooper. Okay?
Yeah.
It's pretty threatening, I know. No, I would call it Muck Duck.
How do you spell that?
MUKDUK.
MUKDUK. Muck Duck.
Yes.
That sounds pretty cool, Korben. Alright. Next deep thought.
Okay, why is it pointing at your knees the entire time, though? The video?
There's not actually going to be video, I'm just recording.
Alright.
Okay. I'm trying to think of one. Oh, how about this? Now, have you heard of the TV show Man in the High Castle?
Yes.
It's what would happen if the Nazis actually won World War II. What would happen? What do you think would happen if the Nazis won World War II?
Everybody would be a dictatorship, obviously, ruled under one ruler. There would be limitations on how much firepower you could have, and yeah, you could only be a dictator if you were born into it. Simple.
Yeah. Do you think there would be rebellions and stuff?
Yes, obviously.
Oh, yeah. Alright. So, not our third, just next big one. How many have we had so far, do you think? Like 7? Alright, next one. If you could go back in time, what would you do? You could only go back to one time and do something. If you had to change something in history, what would it be?
I would go back to when Thomas Edison was creating the light bulb and show him how to create a more powerful light bulb. Or no, I would go to Nikola Tesla's first Wi-Fi, the ability to transfer energy wirelessly. Okay, because he had a very, very great idea, and I don't know why anybody else is not trying to copy that. You know, like it was just a killed off thing, and nobody else is doing it. So I will make it a widespread thing that he's doing this. Fund him. It's a very good thing. Yeah.
I actually remember that in the documentary. What had happened was that he created this giant tower, and he was going to transmit it to all the way to like someone in Germany, but he couldn't reach it because the electric signal just wasn't powerful enough. He didn't have quite enough power.
That's why you make a bunch going across instead of just these telephone poles that
Yeah,
you see today.
I think he only tried to have like one connecting to one.
He just said one.
He just
like,
needed to make like a bit more.
Alright, I'll pick the video.
Yeah. So if you had to change our nation's mascot, what would it be? What would you change it to?
Golden Eagle.
Golden Eagle?
Yes. Because turkeys, they're actually like the weakest animal. Besides humans, okay? Besides humans, turkeys are the weakest animal, okay?
Which was the guy that wanted it to be turkey?
Thomas Jefferson.
Benjamin Franklin.
I think it was Benjamin Franklin, yeah.
It was Benjamin Franklin, yes.
Yeah. What bill is he on, Benjamin Franklin?
20?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Is he on the 5?
No, because Lincoln's on the 5.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's on the 20. Alright. Next big question. If you had to kill one president in history, which one would you kill? Can't be this president, it has to be like...
I would go with George Clinton. What's his name?
Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton. Yes, I would kill him.
Why is that?
He just led horribly.
Alright, well that's all for today on Deep Thoughts with Korben and Hagen. This was spaghetti for breakfast.
Toodles.